We don't want Arni to die. But we can push it up even further, which is like pretty freaking deadly. That's a 7-4 double strike. Bro! Hello again, welcome back, and thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch Hello Good Game. Today we'll be playing with Bloody Berserkers. This is a Rakdos Aggro deck with Berserker Tribal at the forefront of our brew. It's absolutely incredible. The Bloody Massacre is one of the best sagas for 3 CMC that we have within call time, and absolutely nobody is using it. We combine this with not only the Goldspan Dragon, but the Dragonkin Berserker and Magda Brazen Outlaw, giving us a huge dragon base to fall back on. We can be pulling dragons from our grave, making them with the boast, and we have the treasures to do all this with, the increased mana availability that the Goldspan Dragon provides there. But don't worry if you don't really understand what I'm talking about. That's okay for now. We'll break down the deck in a second, go through each card, the strategies, the synergies, then we'll watch the gameplay footage, discuss the playlines and interactions, so you as a new player or someone who's new to this style of deck can get a good idea whether or not it's right for you and for your wildcards. Of course, Strixhaven is right around the corner. School of Mages is going to blow up my wildcard fund, so you do want to be sparing in these days to come, but maybe this deck is right for you and maybe you have all the cards already. So without further ado, thank you again for your time and attention. Like the video to help support the channel. You can go ahead financially within all of the affiliate links that you'll find within the Linktree link. We also have our giveaways there as well. So without further ado, let's get into the Bloody Dragon Berserker deck within Rakdos colors. Alrighty, this is my 4th video in one day. I'm gonna do one more, 5 videos in one day. I don't know how I'm doing it. 60 card, best of 1, 2.3 average mana cost, 27 creatures with 11 non-creatures. We do only have 22 land in the deck to reflect the aggressive average here. The split is almost perfectly down the middle with 20 and 22 black and red respectively. The deck, like I mentioned, is Berserker Tribal and dragons. This is great because we have the Goldspan Dragon, one of the best cards within call time. A 4/4 flying haste. Whenever it attacks or becomes a target, it will create a treasure. Treasures will sacrifice for 2 mana while the dragon's in play. That's great. We're also using the Brazen Outlaw, a 2/1. Dwarfs you control get +1/+0. That's fine. We don't have any dwarfs in the deck, sadly. Whenever a dwarf you control becomes tapped, create a treasure token. Now we do take advantage of that because it itself is a dwarf, so we'll get that token created, and it's also a berserker. You'll notice we can sacrifice 5 treasures to search our library for a dragon card, putting it into the battlefield and shuffling our library. This is just a little bit of icing on the cake, and that is expensive, so we might already have a dragon in play. However, what's better than 1 dragon? 2 dragons. With that being said, better than 2 dragons is 3 dragons. The Dragonkin Berserker can boast for 5 mana, costing 1 less to boast for each dragon that we do control, which is quite easy to accomplish. And that will create a 5/5 red dragon creature token with flying for us. Absolutely incredible that we can make treasures with the Brazen Outlaw, play the Goldspan Dragon. We attack, now potentially we've got enough treasure to boast during the attack to create that 5/5. So, that's the primary play that we like to do within the dragons. Now let's flip the coin and look at some of the berserkers. Opening us up, we've got 4 copies of the Duskwielder, a 1/2. You can boast for 1 to deal 1 damage and gain 1 life. Just generally very good value for very good cost. Raging Goblin, a 1/1 with haste. Similar effect here where it's still berserker to benefit from the rest of the deck, and that haste creature is always appreciated. Low CMC because we'll be playing them on top of the Bloodsky Berserker, a 1/1, and whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it, and it gains menace until the end of turn, giving us the evasion through menace, and getting stronger every turn through the plus counters is a great way to get a lot of damage in. 4 copies of the Skemfar Avenger, a 3/1, and whenever another non-token elf or berserker you control dies, draw a card, lose 1 life. Not only is this a 3/1 that can put out a lot of damage, but it will also help us draw cards when we just start attacking kamikaze style, right? We talked about the Berserker, you know, making those dragons. It's also a 2/2 with first strike. We talked about the Outlaw, a 2/1. Dwarfs you control get +1/+0. You know, that's irrelevant, but the treasures is what's really nice here, helping us ramp into the dragon. We have 3 copies of Arni Brokenbrow, a 3/3 with haste, boast for 1, changing its power to 1+. It's the greatest power among other creatures we control, which is really, really cool. So we can buff up the Bloodsky Berserker. Arni can boast to become, you know, +1 of that creature's power, which is insane. 4 copies of the Bloodsky Massacre. When it enters play, create a 2/3 Berserker with Menace. That's great. Next up, whenever a Berserker you control this turn attacks, you lose 1 life and draw 1 card. That's great. And then finally, and most importantly, add 1 red mana for each Berserker you control until the end of turn. You don't lose this mana as steps and phases end, which means you'll carry it through your attack phase, allowing you to cast the one and only Embercleave almost for free. Sometimes it is for free. A 6 CMC with flash, 1 less to it. Cast for each attacking creature we control. Plus, we can use the Bloodsky Massacre mana to do so during the attack phase because we don't lose it. Equipped creature gets +1/+1, has double strike and trample. We can re-equip it if something happens to that creature for 3. And we already talked about the dragon. We do have 9 swamps, 2 embers, tap for 4. Each creature gets +1/+0. Mountains, Blightstep and Blightstep Pathways. You guys know the deal. Standard best of 1, no sideboard, that means. And this is just an aggro deck. Flood the field with berserkers. You know, hopefully you get the Bloodsky Massacre with the cleave coming in on top of it. If not, you know, you do go to Dragon Town, which is really, really quite fun. I forgot to mention the Bloodchief's Thirst. Sorcery for 1, destroy a creature or planeswalker with mana 2 or less. Kick it for an additional 3, 4 total to destroy a creature or planeswalker regardless of that mana. So that's it, really. The deck works absolutely phenomenal. We played, it must be 10, 15 games within Mythic with a 70% win rate throughout all of those games. So you guys are really going to enjoy this deck. And, you know, 2 new decks a day. What's up, bras? I got you. And bralettes, or however you want to take that, lady bros. And yeah, thanks again for your time and attention. Support the channel financially if you can afford to do so. If not, just watch a billion videos and that will pay your dues. Take care, you guys. I'm excited for Strixhaven. We'll be back to wrap up with our final thoughts soon. We're on the draw first with a new and improved Berserker deck. Go wild with it today. Do hate food. I'm going to drink the blood of that goose. It's only a berserker would. Think I could pull it off? Cannibalism? I guess it's not really. It is awkward though. It would be cannibalism if I was a goose. The geese eat one another? I can only imagine, right? Some crazy, terrifying Discovery Channel type shenanigans. $50 goose on goose death match. 50v50. I guess that'd be 50 versus 49. Against yourself too, right at the end. Just beat yourself. They really want the food token and they missed their land. Imagine a world in which we were able to remove them. Bloodsky Berserker, I actually have grown to respect. Also, Duskwielder. Now these are uncommons. One's a common. Heck. Oh, is it going to be an aggressive goose? It actually attacks too. Oh. Whoa, whoa, woo, wah. Get after it. There's no way they trade with Raging Goblin. So we hit for 4. Got 16, 3 Berserkers in play. And again, next turn we double drop, empty our entire hand. Oh my gosh, live during recording in studio, Sheriff 1980 subscribed at tier 1. They've been subscribed for 12 months. Oh my god, Sheriff. Oof, brother. Thank you so much for your support. That is so... So we could play Duskwielder for the Menace and then boast Arni next turn because there's no blockers here anyways. Nothing that really scares us. Maya's here in studio as well. I think we just bash in. They could double block. They could double block regardless. Let's hit for 5. Down to 11. Very cool. We do have the ability to boast. Two land, they're bricking. Should be a great big win for us, but you never know. Sometimes they get that land later on and then it just turns on the Jets because they still have a full hand. Look at our field state. Looking to top deck an Embercleave, something like this. Oh, they want the reach, do they? They do. Gilded Goose is a big boy. Gonna get a real nice draw. That's what I want. May as well boast now. No trample here, but if anything dies, we get draws. And the kind of oppressing them with our land total and field presence, which they've been doing a great job at keeping up at. But if we can really turn on the Jets, that would be best. They don't want to lose the Aspirant. The Wildborn Preserver would survive. Everything else would die. Okay. Now the Goose would survive. Wildborn Preserver would die. No. Okay. Goose survives. Avenger dies, which is good for us, right? We do lose an additional 4 life here. 4? I guess only 3. And just like that, we drink the blood of the goose. Just as the day begun. I mean, the Luminar Aspirant's a good take here, but snagging the goose feels so satisfying. And here we have Bloodsky Massacre, which is exactly what we need, and the Embercleave as well. Third trigger of the Bloodsky Massacre will give us a bunch of mana to cast the cleave, basically for free, and this also has an amazing draw engine within it. I mean, we could just cleave with Berserker. Good game, right? Nice. 85% win rate. We've been playing a couple of games today. I'm liking the deck and how it feels with the new additions we made to it so far. Going first, but the land is not there. It doesn't cooperate. Here it does. Massacre can get toskied. Get it? Of course you do. You're a smart bunch. This is my 4th video in one day. Do you know how long it's been since I've done that? I forgot that I was capable of it. Maya's pretty unhappy about it. She says, we were supposed to hang out today, Human. Human! Take me for cow walks. Do you guys give your pets voices and personalities? Or is that like me thing. Scry 2, cool. Do you think they're gonna Esper us? That Malachar Rebirth is interesting. I like Malachar Rebirth. Let's fry it. Just keep pushing in. It doesn't fit, just push. We could just blatantly attack next turn to find the 4th land to kick, but it's sorcery speed, so they'd still live. I'm not impressed. Oh, that's gonna slow us down a lot. Looking for Embercleave and another. Well, we generate the red source with Massacre, which is cool, but. Oh! Light of Hope just nukes it. You dirty dog. I need them to let me draw cards. They gain 2 life, but we're hitting for, you know, potentially 11. The Avengers will draw off one another, so even here, we'll get that 1 draw. Which is important. I think we get them down to 10, right? So we're still making net positive gains. Misplay probably, but we just... I don't want to talk deck too much. At least it was a nice thing there. That game is dirty. I guess we just fry it though. So like Berserker in play, Bloodchief's Thirst, and then we get the counter on the Berserker. Also, it doesn't have land to sack. We hit for 2, down to 11. I guess. In other news, I tried shaving my beard the other day. I think it's alright. I think I might have messed it up a little bit, but... it's alright. Not too terrible, just like kind of terrible. The veto there sucks, but I think we finally get an upper hand here. Ghost up, 4. They just kill the Avenger. That's a smart play. Then we don't get any draws. But we're hitting for 9. They gain 1. They're up to 3. Down to 12. Oh, we're getting real close. Getting real close. Every time. Every time they get us with that, eh? Just enchantment removal. Into the Divine for 3. Gain a lot of life from that, though. Too bad this is a human. Doesn't look like a human. Should be a dwarf. We know this. So they go up to 9. And we can hit for like 4 maybe. Why does this suck so bad? I mean, killing Alced is good news for me. They double block a 2/3 instead? Just so it doesn't kill it. Oh, and then they just have lethal through flying. Good game. That was a close one. That life gain definitely saved their butts, though. Going first. Please and thank you. Isn't that a pleasant noise? I'm sure everyone enjoyed that. Has everyone started making their Boros deck? Seems like it could be potentially the new Dimir deck. It looks like there's a lot of good Boros cards. Maybe the other colleges will get pushed hard too, but like right now Boros is feeling pretty smooth brain. Like I'm just gonna put a pile together. Feel great. This doesn't feel the best, but still worth our time. That way we get to draws if they kill one of them. Devour straight in play. Question mark? Lots of defenders though, that's kind of annoying. A Durassi do, they take the Bloodchief's Thirst. Get 3 damage in. Down to 14. We either pull the lands or it right away, or you know when it taps we get the treasure and then we can do it just like next turn. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, another Foretell. What is happening to my life? Whoa. That is a big hit. No way. No way. Dragonkin Berserker in combination with the Outlaw and Goldspan Dragon. Go on, don't think of that. I'm sure someone else has already, but it works so good. Too bad it doesn't have haste and is also attacking when it comes in. Because by golly, that would be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, when it attacks, attackers are already, like, they've already been declared. Wow. You dirty dog. Whoa. Down to 2. That was the most effective Shadow's Verdict I've ever seen not used on a rogue player. Wow, that decimated us. I was so pumped about that dragon. Still a cool play though. Aya! We have lethal. We win. We have lethal and we win. Unless they somehow Bloodchief's Thirst this Berserker. No way! Haste, we have haste. Wow. Come on, Raging Goblin. 8.51%. We also have Arni Brokenbrow at 6.38%. Come on. Big money, big money. No removal, no removal. Simulacrum just gets in the way, though. Embercleave now helps us as well. So there's multiple options. They insure it to the spirit token. Oh, it's all... Whoa! Whoa, that is uncalled for. Whoa, whoa, woo, whoa. Oh, no. Attack with your Simulacrum, and then we're gonna pull a Raging Goblin off the top and have enough land to Embereth too, because it only takes 4. We have 6. They didn't attack though. Ah, they took another land from us. Or did they take the Avenger? Oh no, they exiled the Avenger. Kaya. Or whatever, earlier. Or with Tybalt. I guess it would have had to have been with Tybalt, right?
Well, you're not lacking for spirit.
Who can tell these days? Maybe we can top deck a card that we don't have. Right, we'll top deck a Bone Crusher Giant. He's a Berserker, right? Bone Crusher Giant should be Berserker. You know, if I've ever seen a Berserker card, it's Bone Crusher Giant. It goes full out always. They're playing our cards against us, guys. They're playing our cards against us.
Don't worry.
Cry. Cry, 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 cry. Ah! I got your Tybalt.
Don't try to follow me.
That hurt. That one actually made me feel sad inside. We were so close to glory, and it just like had the rug pulled out right from underneath of us. Shadow's Verdict, Kaya, Tybalt, and this turn was Ugin. Hot dang, now that's a turn 5 starting sequence. Alright, we're on the draw first. Land looks good. We're gonna finish this deck on a high note, not a Shadow Verdict note. I'd be thinking about that for weeks. Thinking about it for weeks. Outlaw, because it can ramp our mana total for us. And rather ramp than draw. Because we might not get it. Yeah, we don't get it. Oh, they killed them both. No! Why are you doing this to us? I'm broken inside. Yeah. Yeah, snail. Yeah. No one feels good about salting the snail, but it's just something you have to do. I feel terrible. I'm not sure this is gonna work out good for us. That Omen of the Sun is just like the nail in today's coffin of BMs. Hey, at least we get a draw. Of course it's not a land. Why would it be? It doesn't matter about this Berserker because it's a token. Sag. Our hand is amazing, but we need like a third land. That's literally the only thing we need. We do grab two red source here, so it'll push us up to 4, potentially 5. You know, we could leave, but there's so much removal going on here. There goes that mana. What a joke. What a joke. Bloodsky Massacre in play. Let's take that 2-3 back. Take back the power. Prince Charming before Yorion. Prince Charming get played after Yorion to bounce Yorion, then bouncing everything? Or are they gonna bounce Prince, and then when it re-enters, bounce Yorion to bounce everything? Big brain play. Getting ahead of us. We have Menace here, which is like hot dog, right? Whatever will that 4 mana do? I feel like just stacking non-creature permanents for now. Double block with Prince and a token. You kill the Prince so Yorion can bounce it. I guess, right? Maybe. And they bring back the Prince to hand. Woof. We are getting played out with these omens. Okay, we show them a Brokenbrow. Not a problem there. Let's play for this. Oh. Ha. We show them a Dragonkin, I guess. So we could have 2 attackers and 2 mana. Or we have, I don't know if cleaving here is a good idea really even at all. Doesn't have haste though. What if we could make a dragon and have it Shadow's Verdict? No attacks. Right, just having fun. At the end of the day, Magic is just a fun game. Right, if you take the, you know, reaching top 1000 Mythic out of it and just try to play these decks for fun, you know, you do run into some really engaging matches. I'm glad we didn't lose Arni there, I guess. So we'll have 3 attackers, so we need 3 for cleave. which we would have. And then Embercleave would be flash on the Berserker. Let's see the blockers first. We don't want Arni to die. But we can push it up even further, which is like pretty freaking deadly. That's a 7-4 double strike. Bro! Down to 2, and this is kind of where they just take control of the match like we've seen in that other game. I think the deck needs Bone Crusher Giant. It's not a Berserker, but it holds Berserker style value. Yeah! And we still, with all of those games played, have a 70% win rate. We only lost 3 games in like a massive amount, so you're welcome, Call Time. 2 original decks a day. I got you. This is one of my favorites, and I still think we can make it a little bit better. Let's talk about it more in our wrap-up thoughts. Final thoughts, wrap up. Sure, all done. Goodbye. Have a good day. I'm just kidding, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Support the channel by watching more videos or financially through all of our links. You can find them in the link tree. Google Hello Good Game link tree, or they're in the description below. As always, let me know what you thought of the deck. What were its strengths? What were its weaknesses? How could we improve on it? And, just all that jazz. So I appreciate you. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon in the next video.